What a beautiful morning it is for this outstanding and exciting celebration. My name is Clarita Rivera, and I am the proud principal of Balch Springs Middle School. Thank you, all of you, for being here. When I say dedication, we think about what does that mean? It's a new beginning. What does it mean for us? I think of dedication, and it makes me just pause for a minute, because when we started our journey of opening a new school, the dedication ceremony seems so far away. And here we are rendering tribute today to a community that chose to have an amazing school in the midst of the growing city. And it is the Dallas Independent School District that is responsible for bringing this awesome school to the Balch Springs community. Even though the plans for our school began a couple of years ago, the people business, which is the heart of the school, it's like selecting the principal and the administrators and all the teachers and staff that will be in this building, did not take place until the last part of April of just last year. From then on, a whirlwind of activities begun. It's just been incredible. Balch Springs Middle School is the last school to be built in a series of new schools through the bond program. And we selected teachers and support staff. There are over 110 of them in the school, and we did that in the last 6 months. We were told that we were going to be part of this outstanding venture, and it was in April. Then in May, we started looking for the best teachers that we could provide for our students this year. So I know that the teachers, the staff, and families of the students, we know that we are the pulse of the community. The students, the parents, the teachers, the custodian, the cafeteria staff, every single one of us makes this school happen and brings full of energy to the community. So when I talk about this energy, it's an energy of the life of the school. Again, this has just been 6 months since we went on this venture. And we really did not know who was going to be here, the faces of the students, the faces of the teachers, all coming from different places to one common place with one common goal to make sure that we are making a difference for our students. We are supporting the students, we're supporting the families, we're supporting each other to make sure that we give the best to our students this year and every year from now on. So in dedicating this beautiful facility, I would like to say that it is dedicated to every child that will forever cross the threshold of this school in the pursuit of excellence, so that they may become outstanding, generous, educated individuals that will carry out their passion in life. Whatever that passion is, I hope they are able to carry on their lives, a life of service to the immediate community, as well as being prepared to be prepared for a competitive life in the global community. So welcome to the parents who, together with our staff, make each day exciting, enjoyable, and rewarding. So thank you for all of you who are here participating with us. Thank you. I will speak on behalf of Trustee Bingham, who is our board member. Nearly 10 years of leadership as a board trustee, Mrs. Nancy Bingham began her lifelong commitment to education as a teacher. So she knows about education. She knows what it means to be a parent, to be a teacher, to be a board member. She has represented District 4 as a member of the Dallas ISD Board of Trustees since 2004, with respect, passion, and genuine care for children. But more than that, Ms. Bingham has been one of our most enthusiastic supporters ever since we knew that we're coming to Balch Springs Middle School. She has been with us from the get-go. She was the first link for me between Dallas Independent School District and the city of Balch Springs. It was through her efforts that I had the honor of meeting the most wonderful people in the city of Balch Springs, and they really are. They're great resources for our community. They are here when we call, and they're here to serve. So I am so blessed to have these people that are supporting our school. Ms. Bingham is tenacious, passionate about the constituents she serves, and is one of the most authentic people I know. And again, I consider her a great mentor a great individual, and again, the best supporter for our school. So Ms. Bingham, at this time, would you please come up? I didn't see you.
Thank you, Principal Clarita Rivera. And actually, it's 32 years in education, so I didn't want to cut that short because it was very good 32 years. I want to welcome you on behalf of the Board of Trustees for Dallas ISD, and I'm very pleased that our Superintendent, Mike Miles, is here today, and he's going to be coming up in just a moment to bring some remarks. I was thinking about today and what I wanted to say, and it dawned on me that it's actually been almost 50 years since a middle school was built to serve the children of Balch Springs, Riley, Pleasant Grove, far southeast Dallas. And that middle school was Fred Florence and Comstock. There were two schools. So 50 years is a long time to wait for a middle school, and I am so grateful that the mayor, Mayor Gordon, who's here today, and her city council had a part in actually naming the mascot of this school and of selecting the colors. And I think they did a great job, and I know they had a great time doing this. I would like to recognize a few people that are here today. Our superintendent, Mike Miles. Would you just stand up, Mike? I know you're going to come up here in just a moment. We have State Representative Cindy Burkett. We also have the Associate Superintendent of this district, Josie Gutierrez. Josie, would you stand up? We have the ED for this, the Executive Director for this feeder cluster, the Spruce Feeder Cluster, Jacqueline Lovelace. Would you stand up? And then we have our principal from Coalar, Dorsey, Lego, Mosley, and have I missed any other principals? Would y'all stand up? And if we have, and I know the kids will recognize these, did I miss any other? I see these principals here, but yeah, but I just want the ones that are here. Are there any other principals that are here? These guys made the effort to show up. If you're not here, you're not going to get your name called. This has been an exciting time for this area. And I was so privileged as the representative of this area to be able to choose the name for this building. I grew up, in fact, just about 2 blocks down the road on Jean Drive, and I would have loved to have had a school where I could just walk to it. And so I absolutely had no doubt what the name of this school would be when we got the location, that it would be the Balch Springs Middle School. And I'm so proud to have that name and for it to be the first school in Balch Springs to be named for the city, because this is a legacy that will be carried on for a long, long time. And I was so grateful that Mayor Gordon and her council was receptive to receiving this name. This is a community project. This is an opportunity for the community and Dallas ISD to work together. There are a lot of wonderful things going on in Dallas ISD. Unfortunately, you don't always see that on the 6 o'clock news, but there are some great things. And as I look at the faces of the children out here, they are the future. And as I look at them, I know that there are going to be great things that they are going to do, but they need the help of this community. And so I hope if you are a parent, if you are a worker for the city of Balch Springs, that you will continue your partnership with Clarita Rivera, our principal, and make this a dynamic school that will have a great legacy. Thank you very much.
thank you for recognizing my colleagues. The feeder pattern whose students will receive at Box Springs Middle School. At this time, I want to know, any of these students in here are from William Anderson? Are any students from William Anderson? And if you are, stand up. That is one of our feeder schools. Sit down. You may sit. Students for Gilbert Cuellar. Any students from Gilbert Cuellar? Mr. Donnelly, those are your students. Thank you. Any students from Julius Dorsey? Mr. Verduzco, those are your students. Any students from Richard Lago? Miss Shelton, those are your students. And students from Nancy Mosley. All right, Mr. Fernandez, those are your students. Thank you for sending those students to our school. At this time, I want to welcome the superintendent of our schools and Mr. Miles. We thank you for your dedication to all of our students and for setting a new vision for the district and ensuring that each one of us has the tools we need to provide a stellar education to all of our students. Thank you for being here, Mr. Miles.
Thank you. Thank you. It is great being here and looking at this audience. This audience reflects community. We have elected officials here, we have board members here, we have city workers here, we have teachers, parents, principals, and mostly we have students. And when I was reading the history of the city's name, Balch Springs, it was fascinating to me that John Balch and his family came early, and there were 3 springs, and 2 were often dry, and 1 was always running with water, filled with water. And it became a source of community because of the water. People came to this area on his land and built community. And it reminds me that this school also is going to play a similar role. Hopefully this school will always be the water for the community. And the community will always come together and collaborate and support the students, the teachers, and this building, because it is part and parcel of the community. As it gives life to the community will give life to it. The last thing I'd say is that this is a beautiful facility. It reminds me of a junior college. We didn't have anything like that in my day. Something like this auditorium, the hallways, the classrooms. And it reminds me of about a month ago, there was a full moon, and it was low on the horizon. And I was driving back as it was dusk. It was evening time. And I was driving back on Commerce City from my office, and the Dallas skyline was just lit up from the sun setting, and the moon was sitting low on the horizon. It was really huge, and it was a beautiful sight. In fact, some people had pulled over and were taking pictures of the Dallas skyline, and I thought, man, it's neat to be from Dallas. It's a beautiful city. I'm glad I'm a Texan now. I got a Texas driver's license. I'm in Dallas. And I bet you feel the same way about your community and being in Balch Springs. But I also thought this. I thought, you know, it's great that the skyline is pretty. There's great buildings and it's good highways and everything. But that's not what makes Dallas great. That's not what makes any city great. What makes a city great are the people, the relationships among those people, how that city treats the least among us, how we collaborate and build community together, and how we make sure that all kids get a great education. That's what's going to make Dallas a great city, and that's what makes Dallas a great city. I say the same thing for this building. You have a great building, great facility, but when we look several years from now and we look back, I hope we will say it's not the building that made Balch Springs great. The building, yes, it's good to have a good school, and it's good to have a new school, but it's not that that's going to make this group of kids great. What will make it great is when we have a great education system, high-quality instruction, and the kids carry on a legacy where they're successful. And they come back, some of them, and they give to the community, and they go off to college, and they invent things and help other children. Maybe some of them will become teachers, astronauts, doctors, all of those things that will help other people. That's what's going to give you, Box Springs Middle School, a great reputation and make the school great and make your community proud. So that's my charge for you. Go out and make the school worthy of the fine structure that you're sitting in today.
Thank you, Mr. Miles. I know that the vision and leadership that he has provided for us will impact student achievement now and all the years to come, so thank you. Well, we do want to share some talent that our school has, and I know that you already heard the band, and it's amazing. Now what we want to do is share a choir, the girls' choir, and they will have a production of 2 genres, and I hope you enjoy that. At this time, we will have the choir, the girls' choir. Thank you, Ms. Owen and students. You have truly demonstrated you're wonderful students today. It's always such a joy to start a new year with new students and to see how they grow and mature and discover the special gifts that make them so unique. And they choose their own passion. They know whether they like the music or the singing or the dancing. And also, of course, we have the junior ROTC. So we know that our students are shining bright today. In just a moment, I will welcome to the stage Mr. Pagan, our art teacher, and 3 of his students who have made a very special original art piece. They will present that to our mayor, and that is Mayor Gordon. But first, I would like to introduce her at this moment because she is an outstanding, outstanding individual that any person that meets her knows the value system that she has. Dr. Carrie Gordon was elected mayor of Box Springs in 2009. Since then, she has worked tirelessly to stimulate economic development by growing local businesses and promoting new construction. She's not only a champion for this community, but is also a great role model for our students. Besides that, I have known her since April and May, and Ms. Honorable Mayor Gordon, all I can say about her is the more I interact with her, the more impressed I am with her. She's an outstanding citizen, has incredible energy, and she moves forward to make positive things happen in her city. She has provided outstanding support to our school, just outstanding. And actually, she was the principal for a day at my school, so we were very excited to have her that day. She's an amazing leader, a great supporter, and I can call her my friend. So please, Honorable Mayor Gordon, please come up.
Wow, I wasn't quite sure who she was talking about. Oh, my goodness. I would like to share a few comments with you. I told Trustee Bingham I had an hour speech. She said, oh, no, you can't do an hour. But no, I was just teasing her, and staff knows I'm long-winded. But we're going to be quick about it and welcome you all again. It is an honor and a privilege for me to stand before you. And before going a little bit further, our Mayor Pro Tem, Rodney Taylor, had to leave. We have Council Member Wanda Adams. If you'd stand, please, ma'am. And our other council members, we're attending a conference, but this was important, so we zoomed across. Those in red, would you stand? This is our conference attire. And I'll be putting on mine when we head back, my conference people. Yes, we're always learning in this community, doing things bigger and better. To Trustee Nancy Bingham, my dear, dear, dear friend, thank you for your commitment to the vision to make a difference in this community. And most of all, some might not know this, but most of all, it was through a boundary adjustment between the cities of Dallas and Balch Springs that she ensured that this facility would be within the city limits of Balch Springs, Texas. So it's Balch Springs where you are, all right? Balch Springs. I'd also like to introduce our staff, and you know when the glare is up, I don't want to miss anyone, but our city manager and chief of police who wears dual uniforms depending on who's looking for him, Mr. Ed Morris, so he's police chief today. He does an excellent job in the community. Our firefighters, Chief Brown and your staff. Your staff didn't stand up. Come on, you guys, we want to recognize you. Our police department, come on, stand up. Our fire department, our police department, our library, our Chamber of Commerce. Please stand, please stand. We want them to know that we support you in this community. Our citizens from our boards and commissions, please stand, Mr. Wyndham and Ms. Turnipseed. And our community supporters from the nonprofit perspective, come on, stand up. Ms. Sandra, all of you guys, please stand up. Now, Balch Springs as a whole, stand up, stand up. We are here. We are at this point in time. UNITY, unity in the community. That's what we're all about. Thank you so very, very much. And our stakeholders, I saw Celebration Station. All our stakeholders are here. Let me share six things with you that brings us up to this date. The groundbreaking ceremony, which I call turning the soil. The DISD administrators and staff quickly worked together to move the event, you recall, because we had that big rain. And I don't know how you all did it, but Quaylor was ready for us when we came through, and we had a wonderful event. And we thank you for that. The school mascot and school colors, as Trustee Bingham mentioned, the council participated, and we were like youth. We were putting dots on which ones we wanted to vote on based on a list that was sent from us when the students participated in that. You almost were a bumblebee. I was going for the bumblebee. But the bumblebee, what kind of mascot? A bumblebee. That was my high school mascot, the bumblebee. Or a panther. You were either going to wear black and gold or red and blue. But that didn't work. So the next thing was, number 3, the announcements. Trustee Bingham brought the new principal at the time, whom we had not met, and she introduced the principal, and the principal, Clarita Rivera, stood before us in all that excitement, and she said, okay, now the final selection will be a Jaguar. Let's hear it for the Jaguars. Come on now. In your orange and blue, the Jaguars. I said, okay, we can go with the Jaguars. Well, when the school and the gym, we were taking a tour, and the Jaguar was kind of meek and mild. Miss Clarita said, no, don't look at that. That's not the right mascot. We got the one with the fur, the teeth, and all of that. So that mascot came on, and she was, okay, we've got that all done. We've got that all done. Then, during our tour of the facility, when a few things were pointed out, immediately staff got on the phone, and it was taken care of, and Ms. Rivera said, wow, that's quick action. Yes, our staff was on top of it. This is a mansion, our DISD mansion in the city of Balch Springs. The principal for a day, I thought I had a lot of energy. I was trying to keep up with her, and she had heels on, and I had flats. And I was exhausted by the time we got to 2 o'clock, and, but even during the orientation, when we connected, we were, I think, next to the last 2 leaving the building. I mean, we were just going, planning. So the principal for the day, we were just going, planning. And then we went to the reception that evening. I think we closed it out too. We were planning, talking and networking, which leads us to the project, the charge. Mr. Miles is not here, but to Trustee Bingham, we took on a challenge. About 2 weeks ago with Mr. Romero Johnson, I don't know where he is, but we all met, and we have a new park coming into the city, Ludicky Park, which will be located off of Hickory Tree, and through our planets and our budget, the community vision was for a community garden. However, budget didn't quite make it to where we could do that. But lo and behold, where there's vision, it can happen. We talked about this, and we're going to work with you, a collaborative effort for an intergenerational, multicultural community garden, laying right back here. So we met, yes indeed, Miss Marcy Green, our seasoned citizens, Peggy Rao, who is a former Mrs. Balch Spring Classic, Robert Stratton from our Villas of Hickory Creek Senior Development, partnering with us, Brian Kaiser, the Home Depot, Balch Springs Senior Center, City, Community Waste Disposal, and while I was at this conference, I worked that out yesterday. He said, what you need, you got. I said, wow, come on, let's go. And then there are a few more that don't know they're going to work with us, but they'll be coming on board, and we're cultivating our soul and nurturing our students through the Balch Springs Middle School Garden Club. And we envision this to be an important initiative to nurture the skills in the area of science through collaborative learning from wisdom, because our seniors, when the seniors start telling us using rabbit manure and doing this and that I know, but you eat it, and you eat the product of, and they had so much wisdom, and we were learning, just sitting there learning all of this, and it's going to be through those collaborative efforts that community garden that will have fruits, vegetables, and plants to not only be here for the school, but also for the community. So that's the first initiative that we're embarking on. Thank you so much. That was short-winded, right, staff? Thank you so much.
Thank you. At this time, Trustee Bingham, will you come to the stage? We do want to have a presentation made by the art teacher and students for Mayor Gordon, please.
Good morning, faculty, staff, fellow classmates, and distinguished guests. My name is Brenda Calix, and I am an 8th grader here at the beautiful Balch Springs Middle School. And I am currently serving as Student Council President. I am proud to represent such a high-achieving campus, the home of the mighty Jaguars. Here at Balch Springs, we are dedicated to our motto, to teach and inspire, to reach and transform every student every day. Here we are one big happy family, and together we strive to accomplish our goals, support each other in our future success. At this time, I would like to thank Dr. Gordon, the mayor of Balch Springs, for coming to this special ceremony. On behalf of everyone at Balch Springs Middle School, we are proud to present to you a gift made by Mr. Pagan and his art club students. It is a 3D scale. It is a 3D scale model of the Dallas and Balch Springs. It represents the bridging of the school and the city in the hopes that we will become a unified force towards a bright future. Balch Springs is our home, our community, and we enjoy every bit of it. Every day, the students and faculty leave here knowing they have learned something new. Everyone is a flower. As we grow and bloom, our knowledge grows as well. Each petal on that flower is a sign of knowledge. Knowledge that not only makes us smart, but also allows us to achieve our future goals. We are given the tools to become leaders like Ms. Rivera. She leads our school so gracefully, and I would like to thank her for leading us into success. Our principal, Ms. Rivera, and all of the other teachers here at Balch Springs Middle School are true Jaguars. We are learning to be kings of the jungle with knowledge, speed, and bravery. The students here have high goals, and that goal is college. We may be the next president or the next principals. No matter what our goals are, here our dreams are being turned into reality. And this reality begins today. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, both of you, thank you. Thank you to Mr. Pagan and students. Thank you for the beautiful artwork. It certainly depicts how we see ourselves. Again, thank you, and thank you for our student council representative who spoke on behalf of our school. Very, very proud of you. So, as we know, you've noticed that we have our students have great gifts, and they are growing academically and socially. Our goal is to produce confident, well-rounded students. So the school drama and dance teams, directed by Amy Van Horn and Michelle Goldsman, represent additional opportunities for students to develop their gifts and talents. The two groups have put together a very special, cute performance for us today. Please welcome our drama and dance students at this time.
I cannot go to school
thank you, Ms. Von Horn and Ms. Goldsman. Thank you for this, audience. That was funny. Okay, we're here today, but for more than 18 months, this community watched this building take shape daily. And people came around and they looked and they see how it was progressing. As they played in the park, they drove home from work or just walked through the neighborhood. So there was a great sense of anticipation for over a year and a great delight when the school was complete. They were knocking on doors, teachers were trying to come in, construction people were trying to keep us out because everybody just wanted to be in the school already. So our final speaker also watched over this building's progress for many weeks and months. And he is here today with us to share some of the features of this new home that we have. We're excited about that. Mr. Larry Zerby is Director of Design for the Dallas ISD Construction Service Department, and he works with the architects, the construction companies, and many other entities to ensure that each project runs smoothly and our schools are built to Dallas ISD standards. So visitors, if you have not yet a chance to do so, I hope that after this presentation that you'll have a little opportunity to go and walk through the building so that you can get acquainted with it. I know that our parents already have, but if any of you is interested, we would welcome the opportunity to show the building. But please, Mr. Zerby, come on in and explain to us all that happened. Thank you.
Good morning. It's always an exciting event to experience a new facility. The spacious planning, the new materials, and natural light combine together to create a great architectural experience. Let me recognize some folks that built this new school for you. First, I want to start off and recognize any members of the Bond Advisory Committee. Mr. Bob Marshall is our chairman. Please stand, Bob. Mr. Jose Hernandez is the Bond Advisory Committee member for this area. I want to recognize Mr. Ed Levine. He's the Bond Program Executive Director. The project manager for this was George Overby. He couldn't be here this morning. I want to recognize the program management firm, AECOM, Mr. David Daly. Also, Mr. Brent Alfred, and okay, I want to recognize our architectural firm, GSR Andrade. They've got a number of folks here this morning. Mr. Fernando Andrade, Mr. Bill Collins, Mr. Robert Croysdale, Robert Whitaker, Michael Lerner, Bjorn Myron, and Chase Parker. We had lots of architects on this job. The general contractor was Ratliff Construction, Scott Graham. And Mr. Ross Allen. We would like to thank the DISD staff members that always help us, Mr. Paul Gonzalez with maintenance, Mr. Michael Brown with HVAC, and Ms. Robin Rose LaSalle with energy management. I'd also like to thank Luana Porter with communications. They always do a wonderful job of arranging these events, so they did a great job. Balch Springs Middle School is a $28.9 million project. It's a 3-story building. It's 199,246 square feet. It sits on a 15.9-acre campus. It's a capacity of 1,250 students, grades 6 through 8. There's 63 classrooms. We've got science labs, computer labs, career education classrooms, and it's all has computer connectivity throughout the building. We've got this beautiful new auditorium, the fine arts spaces, 2 gymnasiums, a beautiful administrative space, a beautiful media center, beautiful cafeteria, some great outdoor athletic areas. And we've got a youth and family center, which is a great service to the community with health screening and counseling. This building was designed in accordance with the Texas Collaborative for High Performance Schools, which is commonly called CHIPS, which are standards for sustainability and energy efficiency that make DISD a good steward of the taxpayer dollars and takes good care of the Earth's natural resources. Those features in this school are geothermal heating and cooling. Typically that saves 30 to 40% on the energy cost. We've got highly reflective roofing. We use natural daylight through the building with clear stories and large windows. Energy efficient lighting systems, insulated and shaded windows, recycled materials in the flooring, carpeting, and plastics, etc. Landscaping to preserve water resources and enhance energy efficiency. Construction Services is very proud of this new school, and we know it will serve this community well for many years to come. Please take a tour of the